Hey, what's up guys? I'm back in my shop right now. Today it's kind of loud in my shop. I got two electric heaters running and a little salamander on the floor because it's cold outside. And I'm a wuss when it comes to the cold weather. I hate it, but I mean, you got to deal with it. So what I got behind me here is a 2017 Ford Explorer. They said the driver's seat heater isn't working. So the lights are lighting up on the button, but the pad is not actually getting warm on their bottom. So what it is, I went through diagnosis on it. It has a code for the seat heater. I think it says short to power or short to ground. Can't remember. I'll show you here shortly. And then it also, when you check resistance on the heater itself, it actually does, it shows open all the time, out of limits on the DVOM. And so I've got a new pad. I'm going to put it on, so I'm going to take you with me, and I'll show you basically the code that I got, and then the way you can check resistance on the pad to make sure. If the pad tests good, you could have other wiring things as well, but the most common thing that happens with these is the pad itself goes bad. So let's get going. Okay, the Ford Workshop Manual says that we can take the seat cover off partially just to change this out. And what I'm going to go after first is the side plastic piece. If I remember correctly, the buttons, you don't have to take these off. They go with the side piece here. And if I remember correctly, there's a screw, yeah, there's a screw right in here, a Torx. I'll get a light and show you here in a second. And I think there's another one back here, and then this slips up and off. So let me find all the screws, and then I'll get a light and show you guys where they're at. Okay, the first screw is a T15, and I'm pretty sure all of them are. Come back around, and you can see it there. Okay, we'll get this one first, and then we'll move on to the next ones. Okay, the next one we're going to go after, almost dropped you guys. You can see it right here. Okay, we're gonna get that one. We also need to, if I remember correctly, this back carpet area here has got an elastic piece that I need to pull some connectors down. I'm pretty sure I gotta pull this yellow one down and this black one, and then these elastic tabs, then I can pull them off, and this comes back. That way I can get to the back of this seat cover and pull everything back off. Now let me get this screw and we'll keep moving forward. I wish I could have recorded that, but it was real tough. So to get this plastic piece here off that's got the controls in it, we took the screw off here, and we took the screw off back here. There's little tabs here, here, and up here. So what it has to do, and it has to clip, I think it comes, yeah, this pops right here. Where is it? This goes over there. I think down in this area, it clips over this as well. So you have to pop this up off of this tab here. You need to pop it, release this tab right here, off this, and this one, that. So I think from the way it looks, you pop it off the back, and then you can kind of tilt it forward and slid it off. So now I'm going to take the connector loose. That way it's not in the way and I'm not scratching it up. And then we're going to go after all these plastic J-clips. You can see that one slid off pretty easy. Some of them can get kind of difficult. And what you want to do is you want to watch out. The edges on these seat frames, extremely sharp, and you'll just slice your finger open. I mean, like right now it doesn't feel bad, but some of them are pretty bad. So let me find some more of those J-clips, and we'll get the seat cover popped off. Okay, light up here. I popped, all I did was pull this connector down from its little, if we can get, it goes right up into here, right there. It clips up in there. I popped it down, and then I take this goes up around that. I took this one down. You can see I already have this connector right here down. You can see where it goes up there. And then what I do, if I can get my hand on it, come on. That comes down, and now we have access to the back. I think this one, yeah, the bottom seat just has more clips underneath. You can see this one here, there's this one here. There's a bunch of those around the seat we gotta pop loose. That way we can release the seat cover from the cushion in the frame, and then we'll be able to peel the seat cover from the front up and access the pad. Like I said earlier, some of these on the side, oh, sorry, back. These pop off pretty easy. You can get your hand behind them. If you got a hook tool, do that. This one was here. There was two on the back side, and on the back side ones, I'll either get a hook tool or something, and I will get back behind here and pop them off. Now there's some up underneath here, up here that I think I'm gonna get a hook tool or something on. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, there's one. Yeah. Okay, got that one. Now I got a couple on this side by the center console. Got three over there. That's where there's definitely some sharp edges. You gotta be careful. This one doesn't want to come loose. Okay, so now I'm gonna throw you guys on a tripod. So what we're gonna do now, I've got all the plastic J-clips. Okay, I thought I had all of them. There's one more there. Let's see if there's one there. I think I got that one. Okay. Feel pretty loose. Oh, one more. I lied. Okay, we know we're loose because the pad wiggles. What you're gonna do is you're gonna fold the seat cover and then what we have here is we have some plastic clips. Let me get a pick. A lot of these new ones have Velcro. Like this has a little bit of Velcro here and here. They don't use hog rings near as much, or Ford doesn't anyway, and I'm used to doing Fords because I did a ton under warranty stuff. I like to take a screwdriver and get between this little rail and this plastic clip and release it. And there's a plastic clip in the seat cushion, and it's just held in there by foam, so you don't want to be aggressive with it. Now maybe the pick, that's what I remember, the pick. Possibly. I just don't want to stab myself. There we are. And roll it up out of it. Okay, here's another one. I'll grab you guys here in a second and show you. Roll that one out. Number 3. Number 4. Okay, I'm going to clip this one right here. Okay, hopefully you can see this orange tab right here. And then we have a blue, just like this one, a blue little rail that's connected to the upholstery. And I'm going to go between the orange tab and that blue rail. I'm just going to work my pick down in there just to open up that orange tab. And try not to stab myself. There we are. Roll it right out. Sometimes you can work this hole. There it is. Okay. There it is. And what we'll do, now that it came apart, and sometimes you can work the whole thing out together, but now, here's the grid, and I'll change that out, and then I will put it back in, and I'll probably actually put this cover on before and slide it into place. Well, I need lighting like this in the rest of my shop. Too bad it's just in one area. Okay, so I have the new pad right here, connector. The old pad's still in the seat, and here's a connector from it. On this one, it had I think it was pins 1 and 4, if I remember correctly. It wanted to check resistance. Well, on my meter, I'm showing excessive amount of resistance, and I'm on the 200 ohm scale. I'm on the 2,000, 20,000, 200,000. I'm still not reading on any of those. So I have an excessive amount of resistance on that. Now if I jump over and I test the same pins on the new one, if I remember correctly, it was supposed to be half ohm to 2.5 ohms. I'm 2.1, so I'm within spec. So that old one's definitely bad. And I'm going to take the old one off, put the new one on. I'll show you how to do that, and we'll get everything back together. Okay, taking this pad off. It's glued on the edges, or it's got a sticky. Don't get crazy with it. Just take your time. I kind of think of, well, it's kind of like peeling a Band-Aid off, but you just do it nice and slow. Yeah, that one's trying to pull some serious amounts of foam off there. Okay, I think what I'm going to do on this one is get the connector in place, set everything where I want it, just like that, and it doesn't quite line up correctly because I need these down in these grooves. I'm going to go ahead and put those down in there, get everything lined up, and then we'll work on those. Once I get this down, then I'll get those. Just like a sticker. We'll just leave those out. Those will get popped down. Okay. New elements on. It's good there. We'll probably put the seat cover or the upholstery back on, most of it, and then we will get the upholstery and the cushion back in the seat, and then we'll start assembling the seat. Here we're going to roll the seat upholstery, the upholstery up. Get it like that. We're going to work it into all our... I guess I probably could have done that without. I didn't know. Some of these you have to disassemble in, and some of them you can slide out, and this one I just didn't know. Some of this you can't actually see what you're doing, you just kind of have to do it by feel. Right, I'll listen for a snap, make sure it goes in. Make sure I route the wire properly so it doesn't get hung up on anything. Okay, now that I got the cushion back where I want it, I'll just roll this upholstery over into place and start hooking up all your J clips. Okay, got most of those, now I just need to do the ones in the back. Okay, hopefully that gives you guys a good view and I don't get my big old head in the way. I don't really have a big head, maybe I do. Reconnect your connector. So I'm going to start here, I'm going to slide it into place, slide that in, and then I need to pop this up and over, and I actually need to make sure that seat back is up. It should help me. There it is. Okay, now I'll start the car. The seat heater is on. I'm going to turn on the passenger one also, that way I can use a heat gun and compare the two. Okay, when I started they were like mid-50s, 55. Now I'm reading 61. Yep, it's working. You can definitely feel it. Warming up. It's in the 60s and you can feel it sitting on it. We definitely fixed it. Let me clear codes, that way the code's out of it and I'll show you what code it had. And while I'm waiting for my computer to boot up, wow, I guess I should have just said start. That sounds like it's like the 90s and I'm waiting for the dial-up to hook up. Anyway, hey, if you guys enjoyed this, I'd appreciate it if you would like the video down there. It's right there. Anyway, and if you like my stuff, I'd appreciate, or what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the channel out. Once you guys do that, you like it or you subscribe, it definitely pushes the videos out. That way I can try to help more people out. Also, obviously not all heating pads are going to have the same resistance, nor will they have the same connector. So if you guys are testing your seat pad, the heating pad in your truck or car, and you don't know what the connector looks like, you don't know where it's at, you also don't know what resistance it needs to be at, shoot me a comment down below. I am one of those weirdos that I try to answer every comment within usually a 24-hour period. I love responding back to you guys. I love interacting. I just think it's awesome. I can throw up a video and people all around the country or all around the world will watch it, and that's just, I mean, when I was a kid, you only did that whenever you were on, national TV. But I get to throw some videos up on YouTube and do it, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what year, make, and model your vehicle is. Now, there may be some vehicles that have heated and cooled seats where they use a thermal electric device that actually heats the air that comes in. That could be a different situation, but then again, some of those I've seen still have the grid on the pad, so it just depends. Year, make, and model, and there may be a trim level that I need to know. That way all the information comes up right. But let me know, driver seat, passenger seat. Sometimes there's a back pad or the bottom pad, the seat pad, and I'll try to get you that in a reasonable amount of time. That way you guys can test yours, and that way you know if your pad's bad or not, or you need to dig a little further. Okay, that's a B1034, I think that's :15. and that is left front seat heater element. So basically the computer knew it, and it says the failure type is a short or circuit short to battery or open. There we are. And over here it gives a description of everything. Maybe you guys can zoom in and look at that. Anyway, so that is it to fixing these heat seater pads. They are pretty easy to do. The biggest thing is just take your time with the, can't autofocus. Take your time with taking the upholstery off. That way you get all the connections. Don't tug and tear on anything. And then whenever it comes to the pad on the foam, just take your time pulling that off. You could even maybe use a razor blade to cut away at the foam. That way you can minimize the amount of foam that takes with it. If I remember correctly, not all of them use that. Some are connected in different ways. Some connect, if I remember correctly, to the upholstery. So that may make it a lot easier to do it. It's been a while since I've done those. It seems like I get a rash of these every year around winter time. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it for you guys. I'm real happy to fix this one. I'm glad it didn't turn into anything else. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.